KRUZE reviewing For I Fly.
And TP.
Yeah, back with another Crash and Burn edition.
Crash and burn.
Yeah, a lot of topics. A lot of things going on since, the first edition we did. Current state of just, everything. Not just music, but all over spectrum. From sports, entertainment, everything, Let's get into one of the biggest crash and burn topics, that's out there, bro. What you had in mind?
Shit, man, this Corona shit. That's the biggest topic of the town right now, man.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing going on.
That's the biggest thing across everywhere.
Across the whole spectrum,
Yeah.
And,
what you think? What you think about this shit?
I can go either or. From a lot of people is saying that it's government infested. I could see, I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of it is, because every election year it's always something new.
Yeah, do your research on that.
Yeah.
Zinka.
Yeah.
H1N1.
Ebola. Yeah. All of it. So with everything going on in, the state of the world, not just the US, the world, there's a lot of nasty people out here. Wherever you at, we're involved in, I'm not gonna mention the name of it because y'all don't need to know our personal business, but me and bro, we're involved in one of the biggest companies across the world. And for those of you that know, y'all know. For those of you that don't know, y'all don't need to know.
Right.
What I'm saying? But yeah, we're involved in one of the biggest companies in the world, that's connected with every place that you can think of worldwide. And, just being inside of that company, it's a lot of nasty. We see a lot of nasty things going on just within that company.
Yeah, people using the restroom, not washing their hands and shit.
It's a lot of nasty dust particles that there's no telling how many years. Just it's been there for so long, it just becomes like it looks like it's just painted on stuff. So much dirt. You know what I'm saying? And there you get it from both spectrums. You get people saying that, it can't be contacted from, touching something, such as something on the ground, they saying that it's airborne or whatever. Look, nasty is nasty. I don't care whether it's on a person's body, whether it's on all of these door handles, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy because even before this, which nobody is mentioning now that this coronavirus is out, MRSA, or otherwise known as MRSA. A lot of people, nobody's talking about that, but that supposedly was airborne too. It's a bacteria that was inside a lot of hospitals of all places. You could get it just from being in a hospital. I got a staph infection 12 years ago, from being in a hospital from something else. And that's what the doctors told me. They was like, it's a bacteria that's in the community. We don't really know where it came from, but we got over that. But it's kind of crazy that nobody is talking about that now that this coronavirus is out. And
I think a lot of people is misinformed too. This coronavirus is something that has always been there. It's just something that they took and kind of isolated it and made it big. Like, there's no real difference between really that and getting the flu.
Absolutely.
It's the same type of symptoms.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, you know, a lot of people with that kind of already has weak immune systems and, you know, respiratory problems, those are the ones that's getting the most sick.
Yeah.
And the ones that's dying. So
absolutely.
Everybody else, you know, that's pretty much just panicking. I mean, it's the same thing as when it's flu season that you can get, you know, sick. You can get the flu and die from that.
Yeah.
You know, pneumonia too.
Yeah.
So.
And it's serious, you know, and
yeah.
It's just, you know, it really shows you where people's minds and where their heads is at, especially with, you know, this coronavirus and the way that people is going crazy over, you know, toilet paper.
Man, come on, man. This shit's
yeah,
that shit's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's beyond. I went to the store a couple of times since it's happened, and I usually go to Myers, you know what I'm saying, because it's 24 hours, the one that I go to, you know, and I usually go after, you know, I get off of work in the morning. That's like one of my go-tos because nobody's there.
Yeah.
And the reason I go to this particular one, because it's really the only store that's open 24 hours because they closed all the other Walmarts and Kroger's because people was coming in during those times stealing.
Yeah.
So a lot of those stores closed, but this, you know, particular store is really the only one that stays open. And when I go, like, there's literally like only 8 cars there. I went the other night, you would think the mall was open.
It was like was it like Thursday or Friday?
Yeah, it was Thursday, and you literally would have thought. Matter of fact, no, it was Tuesday. It was Tuesday morning, well, Wednesday morning, and I'm talking about it looked like the mall, and I was just like, this is crazy. And I went down the toilet paper aisle, and there was 2, you know, ladies. They had I got the last 2 rows. They was like, you want them? I was like, hell yeah. They gave them to me. And I just really just took a picture of this empty aisle because I never seen this aisle, you know, the toilet paper and the napkin aisle just completely
empty,
dissolved. It was just crazy. And, you know, just seeing people, I told my wife that, you know, I seen other third shift workers and other, you know, older adults coming in there pushing shopping carts to the back. Even the inside of the store didn't have no shopping carts. All the shopping carts was outside. Wow, it was depleted because people are scared of pushing shopping carts because there's no Lysol wipes to wipe the carts with.
Yeah,
you know, so all the carts was outside, but it looked like it looked like an interstate. Like it really looked like the expressway of people pushing shopping carts coming in and out that store, and everybody was going back to the same place, and they were so disappointed. And it's to the point that people are literally fighting people trying to take stuff out their shopping cart.
Oh yeah, people was really losing their minds. I went to Costco's Friday. Man, I almost had to beat somebody up in the parking lot, man. It's cat. It was 2 of them, and you know how you wait for a parking space.
Yeah.
We ain't even, you know, my mom was driving, but
you
know, they was waiting on the other side, but we didn't, you know, my mom didn't see them, wasn't paying attention or whatever. You know that they was even waiting. So when the person bagged out, because we was coming around, so when they bagged out, we just, you know, she pulled in.
Yeah.
And when we was pulling in, I looked over, motherfucker just flipping us off and shit. So I got out of the car and just stood there and shit.
Right.
And he go, hey, buddy, we was waiting for that parking space for like 5 minutes or something. I was like, man, my mom driving, she didn't see you.
Right.
I was like, and you know, you ain't got to flick us off either. I'll beat your ass out here, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker.
It was a whole different conversation when you said that.
He just flicked. out of shape. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just, did his hand like that and just walking like, keep walking.
Keep it moving.
With that fucking limp. You know what I'm
Yeah. You really get messed up out here. Yeah, you really don't know who you messing with. But it's just, it's crazy all across the spectrum. But, it really shows you, whether it's, somebody that's really faithful, whether, I don't care how strong-minded you are, being a Christian and all of that. Even a lot of these churches are being shut down and stuff, and I seen, a church where we at, somebody posted it. It was actually a member, and they posted, all of this stuff. Then, at the bottom of it, it was still telling them that, they still had to pay their tithes. It was telling them to take precautions and all of this, loving stuff at the top, but it at the bottom it said, tithes are still due.
They gotta pay your dues.
You can't show up to church on Sundays or Wednesday or whatever, but and even the person that's a member that posted it, she was like, this is my church and this is crazy. Like, it just really puts it in perspective, and people just, losing their minds. But, like I said, it really puts things in perspective and it makes you think. So, that within itself is, I believe it's a little bit of both. I think it's a crash and a burn situation from that. What you say, bro?
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit of both in there, man, because a lot of people's wrapped up in certain things, and they go for the first information that they put out, which a lot of them is is bullshit. Something called fake news they get out. What they telling half truths or whatever.
Absolutely.
Get people stir it up. So you really gotta, do the knowledge and do your own investigations and find out, what's really going on.
Yeah, brother Nuri Muhammad said it best. Don't be no Google searcher trying to read off of Google. There's a lot of people that get the wrong and false information just from searching on the Google bar instead of opening up a book. That's one of the biggest problems that the world has. People, searching Google and going off the first thing that pops up, and trying to, trying to be instant, artificial readers, you know what I'm saying? Thinking that they could just read a Facebook post and that's it. Nah, you can't get no knowledge from that. You got to really dig in and really search and really find out, You're not going to get anything by that, but nevertheless, that's a crash and burn situation. The topic that happened, that everybody's talking about in everybody's mind is the Dwayne Wade situation.
The Dwayne Wade Fxckery. That's what I call it. We was gonna touch up on this a minute ago, but we kind of saved it for that. This is pathetic right here. So what you say about that whole thing, man?
I posted something earlier today because along with that, something else has been going on. It's been a challenge for the kids, and I seen a lot of older people doing the challenge too. The flip the script switch challenge, where at first it's from the Drake song. I just flip the switch, and then people turn off the lights, and then they're switching outfits, and a lot of them is a lot of dudes holding the camera and letting their girl dance at first, and then when they flip the switch, the girls holding the camera and they switch clothes, and a lot of dudes are putting on they females clothes.
Wow, I didn't see. I ain't know nothing about this shit. Wow.
That's the topic today, and I posted a video. It's a man and his daughter. His daughter's dancing, and they she turned off the lights. And when they flip the switch, you know, he came back and he, you know, he held the Bible and he's talking about, you know, Deuteronomy 22, where, you know, it speaks about, you know, how, you know, anything homophobic is not allowed. A man shouldn't be putting on anything a woman has, and a woman shouldn't put on anything a man has. Yeah. You know, and I got, you know, it wasn't even a minute after I posted it, you know, somebody responded, you know, it's supposed to be fun, and you know, it's just being extra.
Ain't no fun. See, that's the problem with nowadays, man. You know, I think you said, you know, they make everything first seeming, like everything that anybody can do, y'all always make an excuse for it and saying, okay, this is okay to do that. Yeah. Now it's just, you know, they should be in there. Everything ain't right, man. Yeah, it's not. And I mean, it's kind of like, you know, I foresee it as a vehicle. Mm-hmm. Everything under a vehicle's hood is there for a reason. There's nothing under a vehicle hood, under the front, you know, hood of a car or a truck, that's not supposed to be under there. And it's like, you know, people are becoming their own mechanics and trying to go under the hood and just, you know, you don't need this cord and you don't need this, just throwing it, just, you know, they're trying to make a vehicle for what they need it to do. And it's like, if you take any cord out, it's not going to run the way that, it's not going to function the way that it's supposed to function. So, you know, it's the same thing in whatever you believe, whatever you identify yourself as. You can't take bits and pieces out of it to make it fit yourself. It's just, you can't do it. Right. You can't. And that's what a lot of people are doing with this situation with, you know, Dwayne Wade and his son. Oh, you know, he knew what he wanted to be at 12 years old. That's bullshit. Ain't no kid, a young kid come out. I don't give a damn what nobody say, man, because it's not scientifically proven to where any kid comes out and automatically be all, I want to be a girl, I want to be this. You know what I'm saying? And if a little kid, like, you know, sometimes little kids don't know. They'll, like I had a friend of mine, like his stepson or whatever was playing with his friends. Mm-hmm. And I think he said when he went to go pick him up, they kissed each other or whatnot. And you know, and he was like, nah, you ain't supposed to do that. Boys ain't supposed to kiss. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, there's some things little kids do that they don't know, but you tell them, you know, certain things is right or wrong, they won't do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So a lot of people putting the okay in kids' minds for them to do, so they think it's okay. You know, you got a lot of children that, you know, when me and bro went to school, you really didn't see too many teachers that was openly, you know, gay, or, you know, I don't know. Homosexual, I say, yeah. Shit. You know, I mean, you just didn't see it. But now a lot of kids, they see that going to school and they think it's okay, you know. On TV, everything. Everything's out, kind of out in the open now. Yeah, you know, from girls, you know, being openly, you know, gay within locker rooms, and, you know, if they play basketball, you know, if they on a volleyball team or cheerleaders, and you always, you know, full that are, because they see it from their teachers, they see it from, you know, their counselors, they see it from their principals, they see it everywhere. You know, it's on these TV shows that they watch. It's heavily influenced and heavily pushed, you know what I'm saying? Even on, you know, it was a show that I used to, you know, watch with my daughters collectively. You know, I thought it was cool, and I had to stop watching it because of that, because, you know, it was just heavily influenced. You know, Black Lightning, you know, one of his daughters was just openly gay on the show, and I'm like, what, you know, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's just everywhere you go. And I mean,
you know, a lot of people, a lot of parents are getting well, that's just the way that it is now. You know, I got a lot of friends that are teachers and coaches, and you know, they even say it now, like, well, that's just the way kids is, and you know, they're trying to make it to the point where, you know, you as a parent, if you speak about it, as far as your child goes, well, would you have a problem if your child was like that? That's just what it is now, and it's like, would you have a problem if your child was like that?
Right.
With the beliefs that you supposed to have, you know, or you just gonna skip over Deuteronomy 20, 22 or whatever, what have you. You know, you just gonna skip over the whole chapter of Deuteronomy. You know, what God said, like, you know, what you supposed to be fully a full believer in. Well, I'm a believer, you know, I'm this and I'm that, but when it comes to certain things, well, no, I don't agree with that. It's like,
yeah, they take what they want.
Yeah.
You know, they take what they want and kind of throw the rest of it away.
Yeah, bits and pieces.
What you call a hypocrite.
Yeah, you know, how are you gonna really get and carry somebody else to get the, you know, the belief of what they're supposed to have when you're taking bits and pieces out and you're living a bit in peace life yourself with certain situations and how you carry yourself, and especially how you raise your kids. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. I'm wrong a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? On all of these shows, but I believe the kid got like that because Dwayne is a little fruity.
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
Great basketball player. One of the greatest players ever in Miami to put on a Miami Heat jersey.
Yep.
You know, one of the best players to put on a Marquette jersey. But I don't know.
Yeah.
But Gabrielle seems like the man in that relationship.
Yeah. It seems like he's a pushover.
Yeah, son just, you know what I'm saying, is a little zesty. He's a little too zesty with, I don't know no nigga that's cool getting their nails and feet done and painted. Yeah, we gonna put the picture up. The picture will be in this video.
Yeah.
I don't know no nigga, you know, I done went to the shop with my wife a couple of times, you know, and even the Chinese ladies or whatever that, you know, they make a joke about it. They actually, you know, you want color and they'll laugh, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, hell no. But I'm sure it's some niggas in there that's like, go ahead and put some color on.
Oh man.
ASAP Rocky, you ain't exempt either, nigga.
Yeah.
We see you doing your nails too. Nah.
Man, that kind of remind me of something that happened to me. Man, I was thinking about this the other day too. I was like, man, they would have caught me on a bad day. It was like years ago, man. I went into a nail shop to basically get a gift card for my mom's for like a birthday or Mother's Day or some shit.
Yeah.
And I'm in there, and these women like started laughing and shit. Like I'm like, the fuck are they laughing about? I'm like, dude, you would caught me on a bad day. I would say, bitch, what the fuck is you laughing?
Yeah.
I would have cussed it.
Yeah.
I would have fucking, This ain't for me, it's for my mom.
Yeah.
The fuck out of here, you know. They would caught me on a bad day and shit.
Yeah, and
this was like probably 2014 or some shit.
Okay, yeah.
This was a long time ago.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I was kind of, you know, I thought the other way too, you know, before I got with my wife and stuff like that. But, you know, and I'm not gonna put my personal situation out there like it, but for men that, you know, that has problems with diabetes and stuff like that, and, you know, you do need to go, you know what I'm saying, sometimes get that off the bottom of your feet and get in between your toes from you know, you do need to get that done. Ain't nothing wrong with going, you know, to a nail shop, getting that done. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you need that maintenance. But the extra, getting, you know, getting your toes painted and you definitely getting your nails painted. Nah, man.
What you say about A$AP Rocky though? This nigga do the same shit.
Yeah, nigga Rock, you know, painted toenails. It's a few other niggas that do it too. You know, I don't know all y'all off the top of my head, but yeah, it's a lot of feminine stuff going on, whether it's basketball or whether it's hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
They call this shit back in what? And it's somewhere in the 2000s. They try to name it metrosexual.
Yeah, metrosexual, certified.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, certified. You know what I'm saying? Me and bro, we came up with our own slang. We started calling niggas certified like back in 2000.
Yeah,
Yo, niggas certified. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Yeah.
Where it sounds official, but it's actually the opposite. Yeah. That's why we say certified, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you know, instead of saying, yo, that nigga homo or whatever, coming straight out, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you know, because now it's like, you say homo, it's like, oh, you know, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you say gay, it's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Be like, you know, but
we ain't from, you know what I'm saying? We ain't from this soft ass era.
Nah.
We from the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we grew up
from
in the 80s and 90s. And
we from the era where it's cold that, nigga, you ain't supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just like, you can't even ask a nigga a question where it's cool, where you don't even have to answer. You just give a nigga a look like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's just certain things that it's supposed to be a no-go. And, you know what I'm saying? Wearing paint, getting your toenails painted and your fingernails painted, I don't care if you're getting the color black. That's even worse than getting the color.
Yeah, that shit. I don't understand that.
Yeah, it ain't
that black color either.
It ain't no reason a dude should be getting black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't understand that.
You know, if you got health problems and, you know, you got gangrene or something like that on your toes, where your toes is, you know, there's no filling in them and they're about to be cut off, you know, I can understand maybe getting black, you know, because you don't want people to look at your toes because, you know, they're, you know, about to fall off or whatever and they got fungus on them. Okay. You know, but that's a different story. But, you know, just plain and simple, nah, man. There ain't no reason on earth that you can get me to understand that, you know.
Damn.
No way. But yeah, that situation with his son and then saying that he knew he was like that since he was born, I don't agree with, because there's pictures of him, you know, even playing basketball, and, you know, he looked like a normal little boy kid to me in a lot of these pictures. He really didn't start acting like that fully to me until Dwayne Wade retired. To me. You know, and he really started seeing a lot of this zestiness, you know, from a lot of these zesty outfits and, you know, these, you know what I'm saying, these high water pants with no socks and stuff the son started wearing, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, these blouses and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I don't know who your stylist is.
And I want, you know, I'm about seen a video. What do you say? I forgot what the little nigga said on the fucking video. when they was riding the cart and shit.
Yeah.
He was talking to his Dwayne Wade. You remember that video? They
showed, like, nah, you got
the shit.
You got him walking. What is it? The red carpet video that came out a couple days ago. In this suit, he looked like you remember the robot that Steve Urkel built? That's what he looked like. He looked like the robot Steve Urkel built. You know what I'm saying?
You talking about his son?
Yeah. Walking this red carpet. You know what I'm saying? You got.
Ah, man.
Come on, man. There ain't no way that's cool, man. It ain't nothing cool about that. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't speaking about nobody's kids or nothing, because that's a whole different deal. But come on, man. that definitely, you know what I'm saying, is a crash situation.
Crash. All the way.
Yeah, that's just, you know what I'm saying, head first, just crash, straight up. So, you know, that's within that. You know, what's the next topic we got, bro?
Well, the next topic is the situation with an up-and-coming artist, man. We didn't get to touch on. You know, now, I guess, since his demise, you know, since he passed, he's been getting a lot more exposure and recognition.
Yeah.
But the situation with Pop Smoke.
Pop Smoke, rest in peace, man.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I didn't know much about the Brooklyn drill scene, music or whatever, you know. You know, I was new to it like anybody else. You know, I heard his music. You know, I really didn't know what to make out of it. You know, but yeah, it was a little, you know, I guess a little scene for that. You know, like, you know, there's a few other artists that's involved with it, but you know, I guess after he passed, you know, I started hearing different things and. You know, yeah, he you know, he kind of did. Now, I'm not going to say the music, but maybe his persona kind of reminded me a little bit of 50.
Yeah, 50.
Yeah.
He also, well, vocally, man, he kind of, he remind me a lot of Ja Rule.
Yeah, vocally. Yeah.
Like, you know, I always say, like, if Ja Rule made, like, some dance shit or some, you know, that type of, you know, that type of music, yeah, definitely. You know, that's what he kind of, you know, that's the, when I heard him, because I didn't ever heard his music. Yeah. And when I seen the first video I seen was, I think that Welcome to the Party. Yeah. And I was like, that he got a real deep, you know, kind of distinct voice. Yeah. That you don't hear on like records like that. Yeah. Yep. So you know, that's what kind of stood out to me. Yeah. Kind of unique, you know, in itself. But yeah, you can see he had a lot of potential. He was going somewhere. You know, even if you know, I told one of my homeboys the other day that, you know, it ain't for us. We don't understand it because it ain't for us to understand. You know, we from a whole different era. You know what I'm saying? This is for these young dudes, you know what I'm saying, that's out here or whatever. You know, we probably think a lot of it's whack because, you know, it ain't for us to understand. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But that's not to say that it's not good or whatever, or we hating. We just don't really fully understand it, you know, a lot of it. But, you know, it definitely was and is going towards that, and definitely now, with him passing or whatever, you know, it's sad that it had to go down at the way that it went down, and same way with Nipsey, you know, Pac and Big, you know, the same way. It got the same feel to it, and it's just, you know, sad that, you know, he really didn't get to reap the benefits fully of where he was going, you know, with it, you know. And I mean, he had to go out the way he did, you know. It really is. Yeah, what you got to say, bro? Yeah, man. He was, what, 20 years old? Yeah. And left New York to go to Cali. Yeah. To basically try to get away from possible bad situations or whatever. And he wind up in the worst situation. Yeah, in a worse situation. So, but, you know, it just seemed to me like you got to really watch your circle. You do. You definitely do. Can't nobody get as close to you as the people that surround you. So absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, there's a lot of different talks, you know, going around. I'm not gonna really get into that too much. But yeah, that's my advice moving forward. Yeah. To, you know, some of these young cats coming up now. Is, you know, watch the circle around you, man, and be on your P's and Q's. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely, man. You know, don't really get involved with, you know, a lot of cliques, man. You know, because a lot of people in your clique could turn on you. They know more about you than a stranger do. Yeah. They know your whereabouts. You know, they know, you know, what you got in your bank account. You know, all of that. They know what you got in your house, and they're gonna be the first to rob you over that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these niggas in your clique,
You know, you bring your girl around, not knowing a lot of them looking at your girl. They want to, you know, they want to get in her pockets like you. You know, you talking about, you know, different ways you done bent her over. They want to get a piece too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So y'all really got to watch that. But the whole situation, you know, on Pop Smoke's end is definitely a crash situation just for the hip hop community and, you know, and everything that happened in the way you went out. You know, hear rumors that 50's supposed to executive produce, you know, the project. We hope that's true, getting other people involved. And, you know, from that end of it, it's a burn, you know.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah,
you know?
That's definitely a fire situation.
You know, so we hope that definitely happens, you know, on the real. So again, you know, we want to say rest in peace, Pop Smoke, to him and his family.
Yeah.
You know, most definitely, you know, in the KRUZE review, you know, it's nothing but love over here for you, even though, you know, we didn't get a chance to play your music and, you know, really review anything, but we will get to that, you know, soon. On the real. We got another situation with artist that was on one of our reviews as far as his music. And we want to talk about the situation with DaBaby smacking a female and recently here in the club, you know, and being sued by this woman for trying to take a picture for the what you say about that, bro?
Hell, man, I don't. So far as I know, like I seen the response to it. He said that he didn't see who it was.
Yeah.
So he didn't. I mean, being an artist in that situation, man, and having people, I guess, come to you and this and that. You know, you gotta put yourself in their shoes or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, I think he just reacted to. It was just a reaction.
Yeah, I think it was a natural reaction.
Yeah.
You know, and I think anybody probably, you know, would have did that or something worse. You know.
Yeah, I gotta stop being so fanatical and shit.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
Whether you are a female or a male, you know, these people are regular people. There's nothing wrong with being excited to see one of your favorite artists, but, you know, these people bleed and poop just like you do.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they just a regular person. But you know, I don't know. I think, you know, he needs to kind of slow it down because it seems like they coming for his head. You know, I really don't want him to really go out like Pac did and getting locked up for a rape charge, because that's what's next. You know what I'm saying? Even though this is not anything on a sexual intent, but you know, that's what's gonna be next. You know, for him to, you know, really get locked up I4C, because, you know, he already done shot a few dudes. You know, he done already knuckled up with a few dudes. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they really gonna come for his head, and, you know, he got a lot of potential to, you know, to really, you know, make something of himself, not just musically, but, you know, I don't know if he wants to get involved with acting or whatever else, you know, but he really gotta kind of watch it. I think this was one of them situations to really, where, you know, you really gotta check and be like, all right, maybe, you know, I gotta slow down a little bit, you know, because you know, it ain't like he don't have security. You know, sometimes you gotta let security handle those matters. You know what I'm saying? So it don't, you know, end up costing you, because, you know, regardless if it was her or not, it's, you know, paying for lawyer fees and all of that, it's still gonna cost something. You know what I'm saying? So, but this was another crash and burn, you know what I'm saying, situation. You rocking with the fresh on 4 I Fly.
And TP.
Be out of here, yo.
Yeah.
At ease.